Oh, that is my time to host.
I thought you said you were going to...
No, yeah, I'm hosting here. That's my bad. Hello, everyone. Welcome to DreamLeague Stream B for better stream. How are you doing, Lemmy?
I'm doing great.
You're still doing great? You were doing great 5 minutes ago.
Yes, I was.
It's good to see that you are still. What are we seeing today?
We're seeing some Magnuses.
We're seeing some Magnuses. That's great. And we're seeing BP. I'm trying to just like differentiate these, and I was like, Virtus.Pro Polar, yeah, but like it's
Let's go Polar and like Classic.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I was like thinking new Coke and then Coke Classic, right? So you have like new Virtus.Pro Classic.
Sure.
Then there's like the new Coke in Sweden. You know, there's a Coca-Cola Life.
Ah,
yeah.
Let's not.
And then I was like Virtus.Pro Life, and that just led to really bad arguments. So let's just leave it with.
Important arguments.
VP and VP Polar. Yeah, important arguments.
Not for us.
Definitely not for this stream.
No.
So we're having Razor and Ancient Apparition. Razor's still kind of a powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some indirect nerfs apart from the direct one that he got, which is the mech. Again, the mech monocots keeps people honest.
I still think that I agree with the mech, but also the fact that he loses his ultimate when he dies with Aegis.
Yes.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's just like kind of small things that maybe come up one game out of 20, 15. Like, I don't think it's a big nerf at all.
It's like, I mean, it's, you know how you say Londru is a great Aegis carrier, because when you lose the Aegis, the bear is still up.
10 seconds to go.
So it's great. Razor used to be the same.
5 seconds.
You had this argument, like Storm Spirit is a great Aegis carrier because
Sure.
mana. No, Razor is not that great of an Aegis.
Reserve
I mean,
time.
Razor lost a couple of things, being able to carry Aegis and sustaining the Eye of Storm being one of them, but I actually think he got more out of this patch, which is the ability to refill your bottle every single room when you play mid. I think the pace of the game favored him a bit more. The game is more frequently going to late game, where you actually get Refresh Orb Aghanim, something that we saw yesterday against X Game KZ. So, you know, I think the breakout hero of yesterday, at least for VP Classic, we saw G playing it, we saw BZZ playing it, and it's the Razor. So it's not surprised to see them actually pick up Razor.
And this is another hero of the patch right now.
Yeah.
Ogre Magi.
And this is something that James and Andy talked about yesterday, right? Magnus Ogre Magi plus a Lone Druid.
Yeah.
So if that's not banned out, and looks like it isn't going to be banned out, I imagine that's what VP is going to be running.
I think VP Polar, new VP is the team that is right now understanding the new patch the best.
Okay.
And I think they're arriving into victory. Maybe I would go and be inclined to say that they're not as strong as the top tier 1 teams. I mean, they're not a top 5 team, but they are playing way above their skill level.
Okay,
just by virtue of being really smart about what heroes they draft and how to utilize them in this new patch.
I gotta ask you, because 6.8b, or X6.82, there's a lot of different things going on, right? Like there's the double runes, which made a lot more mids viable in terms of bottle crowing and sustaining your mana output. There's the kind of the comeback mechanic. Obviously, the jungle and the Roshan change a bit. What do you think is the most important new factor of 6.82 that VP Polar understands so well? Are they just picking the new heroes?
I think they're understanding. I mean, it's a really big combination of things. Like when I did the patch analysis for 682b, for 682, I was talking how one of the biggest winners of this patch was Magnus.
Okay.
And it's because of a lot of things, and I think this all adds up. Like Magnus is not only good because of the double runes, which of course makes him way more useful because now you don't need to bottle crow. You pretty much guaranteed a rune every time. But also because Empower goes through BKB now.
Yep.
I mean, not through BKB, but you can Empower and then pop BKB and not lose Empower, which is huge. And then it's also about just understanding how the hero works in the sense that, okay, now late game heroes are beasts. Like Phantom Assassin is great, Spectre is great. Magnus with Empower is a hero that amplifies all this strength. Same with Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is not about only survivability and the ability to just like harass things very early in the game and becoming a very tanky support that can also hold his own in the off lane if he needs to be there for a while. But also the fact that Bloodlust synergizes so well with a metagame that's oriented to the late game. And I think VP Polar understands that very, very well. Their draft is so smart that while everyone else is still trying to pick their Faceless Voids and the Death Prophet, they're going next level.
I think Faceless Void, to bring it back to Polar, I think will fit fine here, right?
Yeah,
essentially, you want any kind of melee carry that could take advantage of the cleaving aspect of Magnus. Even if you go range carry though, still, Magnus gives you the plus 50% base damage increase, Ogre Magi give you the move speed increase. My question here for VP
yeah, no, go ahead.
Classic is, correct me if I'm wrong, the Storm part of Brewmaster can dispel Empower, can dispel Bloodlust.
Yes.
It might be able to dispel Stampede as well, right?
Yes.
The thing I'm pretty sure that it does is a lot of pros don't actually know of dispel. Yeah, because just
there's
recently,
so many exceptions, right?
There's so many exceptions. Just recently in ESL, like Fata, he did not know you could dispel Overgrowth with the Storm region, and I think Aoi told him throughout the game, and he started dispelling. And there's a lot of things you could dispel. Omni-Knight spells, you could dispel a lot.
You know what I would like to see here for VP Polar?
Okay.
Maybe it's too greedy because they have 3 melee heroes, unfortunately. But I would like to see a Sven.
Okay.
The problem is
no, it's fine. I was suggesting Void, PA, Sven, anything. Any melee you carry is
Sven
just
with their
fine.
innate cleave plus the Magnus cleave. Okay, I like that.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's 2 range heroes, the Skywrath Mage and the Weaver. Weaver is, I think, one of the fake range heroes because he can be range for laning phase.
But he is kind of melee
because he wants to be in your face all the time.
The thing I feel that Weaver probably takes advantage of Empower as well as Bloodlust the least out of all of the other carries.
Yeah.
Because he's already moving with 522 most of the time, and he has Gemini attack, so attack speed is not as relevant. And being he's a range hero,
and he deals damage, not agility.
Exactly. So I just feel that Weaver, although maybe a fine hero in this particular game, is probably the worst to benefit from Bloodlust as well as Empower. And you're giving away Tsukuchi to the Rubik. And speaking of the Rubik, he's stealing Stampede, he's stealing RP. I mean, I'm not sure. I feel that this is a very strong draft in terms of what Polar's getting. And we're going to see Doom as a counterpick to Weaver. But I like Classic's pick quite a bit as well.
Classic, we saw them yesterday pick a very similar lineup to this one. I seem to remember Doom, Razor, and Brewmaster.
Yes.
And
although I think the Doom, the Brewmaster was being handled by Wadafaka of XCA.
Yep. And I seem to remember bashing that Brewmaster.
Yeah, you were bashing pretty bad.
But yeah, no, I actually have to say Virtus.Pro have this lineup that can be executed pretty well. They don't have a hard carry, but having the Razor to counter the Weaver is
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think VP Polar has the edge when it comes to initiation with the Magnus, the Centaur, the Ogre Magi.
Everybody gets
VP
set.
has the advantage when playing the sustain game because they have the Doom to nullify one of the targets, probably the Weaver. They have the Brewmaster, which can hold out on the fight very well, and they have the Razor that specializes.
Does more damage as the fight goes on with this Eye of Storm, stealing more damage. Yeah, I completely agree with you. When Classic's lineup goes longer in teamfight, they should be advantage. At the same time, though, that means more double-edged Hoof Stomps. That means more multicast coming out from VP Polar. Like, they have a ton of burst damage.
Yeah. Okay, let's introduce the teams then. We have the 2 supports from VP Polar, Govlak on the Skywrath Mage, and Lil on the Ogre Magi. The carry is going to be there. It's YL.
YL.
Who is YL? I'm confused. Anyways, Scandal is going to be playing mid. And it's Govlak, of course.
Yeah.
And Scandal is going to be playing mid with the Magnus. And on the
Govlak's
offlane, DK Phobos.
Isn't it Yuki or Yoku? The new player?
Govlak is on VP Polar.
I'm just confusing it. Yoku is on Empire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, on the dire side, we have Jodam, who played a magnificent Earthshaker yesterday. He's going to be playing Ancient Apparition. Doom's going to be handled by BZZ, so a safe lane carry Doom. We haven't seen that for quite a bit. G on the mid lane is going to be handling Razor. Brewmaster off lane by Sidora. We haven't seen that in a long, long while, and I'm not sure whether it'll work. And last but not least, we have Yol playing the support Rubik.
I like the Brewmaster off lane a lot, just because you have this guaranteed evasion and this guaranteed crit. So if you... I mean, yes, you still need a dagger, but offlaning is getting easier and easier, so you will get some farm. And even if you're zoned out, whenever a support comes to trade with you, you just slap him. The first time it will hurt a lot, and you will dodge the first attack. So the trade-off fight between supports It works very well.
Well, I think this may be the exception in terms of the offlane that he could get away with because
oh yeah, the Skywrath Mage.
Skywrath Mage, especially with Arcane Bolt's harass, I think Sidoi is going to have a very, very tough time. He's gone for Stout Shield, which is going to eat a lot of harass, but when it comes to a dive coming his way, he might be in a lot of trouble. There's that critical slap. But Go Black doesn't really care. He's actually trading quite effectively for now.
Wait, if that's Go Black, wait a minute, what am I missing?
Yeah, I don't know who YL is.
Damn it. I need to check now.
Well, I guess you could find out. But let's talk about the lanes on the top here. DK Phobos, he does have the boots first, but, you know, I think he's not really, in theory, should be dying, especially if Doom does not have a kind of a stomp creep from the
oh, it's Illidan. How? I'm an idiot.
Why does Illidan use all these random names?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, mid lane is going to be Scandal versus G. How do you feel this matchup's going to go?
I think both are going to farm.
Yeah, pretty even.
Yep. Both are going to farm. The Razor is going to get his creeps. Scandal is going to get these runes and spam Shockwave once Shockwave gets to level 2. And no one will die. No one should die. Even if the support comes to gank, both heroes are surprisingly, or sufficiently, not surprisingly, tanky to probably resist the gank.
Yeah, I say Polar has better ganking with Skywrath Mage and Ogre, but Razor benefiting from Unstable Current, you know, should be able to purge and walk away. Yeah. The first rune does go to Scandal at the top, so that's pretty good, and maybe Sidoi is going to be forced to actually get this rune himself. So the rune battle definitely going towards Polar on the mid lane.
Yep.
I gotta say though, I believe we got the more even game. I expect Empire to 3-0 quite easy. But
okay.
I see these teams kind of vying for each game. They're very close, I think, in terms of skill level.
We see the support from VP Classic just stacking and farming while, or at least trying to, while the supports of VP Polar are more trying to find something to go on. So you've seen the Ogre Magi just rotating in the jungle, just going to mid, checking if someone was there. He had a haze room. And the Skywrath Mage trying to zone out Sidoi, which is doing a magnificent work.
Yeah, Sidoi is almost out of region, only 2 more tangos to go through. I would have to say that VP's VP Classic support, even though they're farming right now in the jungle and they're doing a very good job at that, I think they have to farm because a Rubik that doesn't hit 6, as well as an A that doesn't hit 6, is fairly useless. Whereas I think a Skywrath Mage and Ogre could provide you a lot more at level 4-ish, 5-ish. So even though that Classic is stacking well with the supports, they kind of have to. So I think the game is still very even at the point.
Yeah. And now Sidoi hits level 2, and with that he has the clap. So now the Skywrath Mage has to be careful. Of course, he will still dominate in the harass, but if for some reason Sidoi gets close to him, a clap and a crit can put him in a very, very odd position. So he will have to start playing smart here. BZZ, he is the top farmer with 23 last hits, and he just gets whatever he wants. And now, you're a Doom in this patch. What do you go for? He went for Phase. After that, what do you go for?
I think there's just a lot of options whenever you play Doom, no matter what patch it is, because obviously mech has been a popular thing back in the day, but mech Doom, especially on a safe lane, I don't think your mana pool will be able to support it.
Especially when you have a Razor that can go.
I think because you're up against a Weaver, a Magnus, kind of dangerous initiators. Blink.
Okay, he got Sidoi. I'm gonna harass him. Actually, this might be a problem for Sidoi.
Yeah, he should be fine. He has 9 magic stick charge. I think if they die...
Oh, I don't know. Look at that.
There's a 9 magic stick. He's gonna tangle up.
It's a stun.
It's a stun, but they're kind of out of mana. Well, never mind. Go Black is not out of mana. Go Black has a ton of manas. And they kind of run him down. I'm very surprised they actually got the kill. Here comes Jill, though. I don't think they actually could get a kill. They're gonna go on Little instead, but Little's kind of way tankier of the target. He's gonna just keep running G, doing a ton of damage. G already has his boots. Should be able to easily get the kill, and in fact he does. So kind of a nice rotation kill coming out of G.
Still a good trade for VP Polar. They get the first blood and they kill the core.
Yeah.
Ogre Magi dying, not such big of a deal.
And they got it on 2 supports, so that means the gold intake is going to be huge. And Go Black going to stack a little bit for Magnus, I imagine.
Yep.
Magnus should have a very early Blink Dagger.
Yeah, which is good, because the center is not going to have an early Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
So just by creating and opening the space, it will allow, it's going to be like a 1-2-3 kind of situation for VP Polar. When you have the Magnus going online, just so the center can get what it needs, then the center will come online and will keep the threat, and those two will create the space for the Weaver to come online eventually.
Phobos might be a little bit of trouble here. There is no Hoof Stomp coming on, but they are going to try to block him. The Ice will set in and jot him. Takes a kill for himself.
Yeah, that Hoof Stomp was a little bit unfortunate. He could have gotten maybe 2 or even 3 but it was just out of range, so he has to only stun the Doom, which was the least important target to Doom. Couldn't get away from the cold feet range, got stuck there, fits a kill.
Yeah, cold feet generally don't even skill the spell anymore. Most pros just opt for Chilling Touch as well as Vortex, but nice to see it combine so well with Telekinesis and nets himself a kill.
Phobos gonna stack once more. They actually failed the last stack. And now they're gonna stack this big camp, and yeah, that's going to be a lot of levels for this Magnus, which is battle crowing.
Are they actually looking to gank? Because what is Phobos doing here? Because
no, he's just stacking because he died.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, I'm gonna stack.
Scando trying to skewer towards the rune, but looks like Yo got there a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. You asked a very interesting question, which I'm not sure what the response is, because I'm not sure what BZZ is gonna get on his Doom. I was saying blink earlier in terms of like catching that Weaver, but even if you blink Doom a target, Stampede is a very easy way to get that target out of harm's way.
Yep.
So maybe he's gonna go a little bit more defensive. Who knows?
Who knows? And the Weaver on the other side is rushing the Lincolns, which I think is something that you have to do in this matchup.
Yep.
You need to be able to just run away from the Rubik that will try to telekinesis you, the Doom that will try to doom you, and the Brewmaster that will try to just stun you or do whatever.
Yeah.
So getting the Lincolns fast is going to be good. Of course, she has the Aquila as well. Aquila, one of the great...
RP on the mid lane here is going to be skewing G all the way back. The Hoof Stomp's going to be on top. A teleporting from the support as well. They're going to get the easy kill. Nicely done.
Easy kill. A lot of investment into that, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Big gold change. A lot of gold going to that Skyrath mage, which has to be happy. And kind of would say one lane for the Magnus. Not only because of this kill, but also because when he decides to stop, he has a huge stack camp for him. Razor doesn't have the same luxury for him.
I think it's actually good that the Centaur kind of stay there, because he wasn't going to get anything done top lane. Yep. So might as well help out the mid lane. Now he's going to get the lane to himself for a little bit while, so not too bad. Before he gets nuked and now he has to go back.
Yeah. Like he will get some experience.
Bottom lane's going to be initiation against the Dota. The silence is going to come on, but the stun as well. The amplified damage and the Sakuchi for the last hit. Weaver not only doing very well in terms of CS, he's picked up 2 kills now. Very nicely done.
And Illidan, one of these carries that sometimes question for the item builds, and I'm looking at the boots right now on the Weaver, and I'm kind of scratching my head a bit because it's...
Boots is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah,
but
you can skip it. Weaver's one of the few heroes that can.
But I was gonna say, even though was somehow criticized, he's doing really well. He's keeping up with the Doom in terms of farm.
Yeah.
He got a kill. He's going for the right itemization, which is the Lincolns. So.
I'm actually a big fan of even upgrading that boots and getting treads, because if you need it for the health, it's good, especially against the Doom. And if you put on agility, thanks to your Gemini attack, you actually output a ton of damage. Whether you want to destroy that tier 1 tower on the bottom or harass the door a little bit more. And in fact, he will be upgrading it.
Fair enough. So he goes for the treads, and he's going to try to apply pressure to this bottom tower, which is going to... And remember, we talked yesterday about how important this tower is right now.
Yeah, for that Roshan.
You lose this tower and you lose Roshan control.
They have Glyph, and probably will be glyphing for it. Here comes Yo driving him off. I wonder if he's actually going to go back for it. He has time lapse. The tower gets denied.
But he can kill now if he wants, maybe.
Maybe. He's going to go on
There's no mana on Sidoi.
Yeah, look at that damage output from the treads. It's like no joke. I'm surprised that Yo did not fire off that Fable early on to cut down that damage output. Didn't get the kill, got the tower denied, but I say that's a victory, because for a hero like Weaver, even though the tier 1 tower went down, you could just keep staying there.
Yep.
You have the regen, you're not afraid of getting killed, and you're continuously applying pressure and getting more farm.
And he's going to stay there right now with a little bit of money injection that he's got there. He's probably going to finish that Perseverance, which is 10 extra damage and the sustainability to just like stay and spam Shikuchi as much as you want. But also just like a sign of relief for his teammates as well. It's like, you don't have to worry about me. Supports, you can go, you can rotate, you can fight with the Magnus, you can fight with the Centaur. The Centaur is level 6 yet? No, but it's going to be in 1 or 2 creep waves. And he has the Tranquil Boots as well. So everyone seems to be where they want to be. On the other side, Virtus.Pro normal has a Blink Dagger on the Doom. That's the item he decided to go.
Okay, so the Blink Doom, again, it's going to catch Weaver out or Magnus or whoever you want, but I mean, once the Centaur gets level 6, and he will get level 6 soon, it's not going to work as intended. Provided the DK Fold will basically use that Stampede as a defensive tool and not an offensive one.
And let me tell you, if they decide to doom DK Phobos, if I was Virtus.Pro Polar, I'd be like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, our center got Doom, sure. So this kind of investment of the kind of your safe lane Doom better pay out, because looking at it, it's not going to be that effective.
It looks kind of weird, but he certainly has a plan in his head. So he's going to see and try to deliver for it. And now Go Black, also about to hit level 6. And with Skywrath Mage hitting level 6, a Centaur hitting level 6, and everyone else, VP Polar becomes really, really scary right now. And Virtus.Pro, what did they say to do? They just like, okay, I'll just keep farming my Razor, I'll keep farming my Brewmaster. We need that level 6 on him. We'll push the top tower. But then again, even if they take this tower, it's not the same as the other tower.
It really isn't. It's going to give a little bit of go to the pockets of VP, but even then, not that much. I like to see, Stampy's going to be used. Looks like they're going to go all right on the mid lane here. Not going to, a TP just scares everybody away. So there's that opening with that Blink Doom. Stampy is down, at least for a while.
Yeah, and they will take this tower without much confrontation. BZZ takes it, he's up to 1400 gold. He has a lot of gold. He has an Orb of Venom as well, which is something cute when you need to change someone that's not the Weaver.
Yeah.
Radiant's top.
So speaking of Weaver, I'd like to actually see Illidan turn on that Ring of Aquila.
Okay.
I mean, there's nobody in your lane. You want to be pressuring it. You want to force some TPs. You don't want, for example, for...
Static lane farming.
Yeah. I mean, static lane farming is fine, but... He's going to get every CS and pressure, and I personally prefer that a little bit more. And here we go. Looks like we're going to see a pretty aggressive war being dropped.
I like that war, but they couldn't do much until then. Now they're going to go for the wrap-up. There's a lot of people nearby right now. If they try to go on the center, they might get him, but there's a Scandal with...
They have some bursts as well.
There's Scandal with the Blink. The Blink is coming on Scandal.
Yep, Phobos is going to be fine. He runs away from the Ice Blast. He gets linked up here. And let's see if Magnus could land a big RP. Teleportation in. Coming in for the Weaver. He wants to fight. And he has the damage thanks to Aquila as well as Treads. But I don't know about that. He basically gave up free farm on the bottom lane. Look at that. It's free right now. And nobody's getting it. So I think that was a kind of overcommitment by Illidan.
I think that's one of the... You're gonna say, oh, and now Rubik stole Shukuchi. Yeah. I think that's one of the things when you know the Magnus has the RP, and he's like, I have reverse polarity, and you want to go and just try and fight. And everyone was very overeager, but Scandal couldn't find the perfect RP, so if he had found it, the Weaver coming there would have made a lot of sense.
I mean, again, I like the thought of TPing in.
Oh, so fast!
Instant telekinesis, nicely done. I mean, you could always TP in when you see your Magnus land that RP. And then you just come clean up.
But then that's 3 less seconds of damage.
Weaver, at this point, he's gonna go attack and harass. But that tier 1 bottom, excuse me, is gonna get harassed down here by VP Classic.
And what do you do here? Do you trade for the mid tier to the 1 tower?
I guess you try to trade it. And
I don't think they are.
Yeah, it seems like they're just content to farm. And looks like I think Illidan's dead if he gets Doom here. They have Stampede, and they might have to use it right now, but Ice Blast and Doom do a ton of damage. Shukuchi is used, but I mean, he's going to run him down. Here's the Stampede being used, but look at that Doom is just doing so much damage. He's going to blink forward, and a couple more right clicks is going to do the job. One more right click. The Doom's about to end, and he time-lapse into the bosom of the Razor G. Gets an easy kill.
So unlucky. He could have said, in the meantime, Go Black actually gets a kill with his ultimate on Ancient Apparition, and they almost get to kill the Brewmaster, but he actually manages to run away and go back to the base. So it's a 1v1 trade, but it's a support for the main carry. Yeah. So some advantage here going to VP. And we saw again what we were saying, when the fights drag on, they actually become really, really strong.
Yeah, for VP Classic.
VP Classic. Yeah.
Back in the mid lane here, a fight continue going on here, and Yo taking a ton of damage. Yo's gonna get skewered down. Blink Stomp, they're going on Scandal, so nice trade so far going for VP Classic. They might even get a little killed as well.
Go Black. Go Black is dead.
Go Black dropping down. Multicast does hit. It looks like it's gonna TP out. There's gonna be an easy, no Who Stomp. Nice. And no level def to cancel that TP either, so easy TP out.
Yeah, it's still a 2-for-1.
I think the game is going towards Classic's favor because Sedoy's got the blink, and if you look at Centaur, he's nowhere near that blink. I think in terms of the offline blink dagger timing, VP is hit their timing. They got 2 blinks on their initiators. They got the Razor that's farming extremely well. He's got the Aghanim finish if he wants it. This is kind of one of the build that G went for yesterday, right? Just Aghanim straight up first.
Yep, and it works. Because they will be able to apply pressure so fast that They will just, what? Okay, that is an awkward stampede.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Again, that's the opening for the
Doom again.
For the Doom again. So I feel, you know, VP Classic is just playing better Dota for the last 5-10 minutes, and they're capitalizing on a lot.
But there's still the magic piece, which is the Magnus. Magnus will have an RP in 5 seconds, and once that happens, it's always an alternative for them to actually just win a fight, hoping on that RP, skewer, hoof stomp, double edge.
Yeah, not only that, I think Polar is just a better late game squad, right? Their lineup is designed to fight that late game where you have the Bloodlust, the Empower to beef up a Weaver, which, you know, late game carry because you have to go for the Lincolns first. So even though they're losing a couple of fights here in this early stage of the game, it's no big deal. Because Polar, you win one big late game team fight with a Weaver and suddenly you're back in it. So
yeah, here comes the smoke from VP Polar. Go Black, Scandal, and Little are actually smoked and trying to find someone. Are they going straight for the Doom? I think the Doom is backing up right now. They know something is going on.
Huh, Doom interestingly is going for an Aghanims this game. Now obviously Doom lost the... He might die here? No, he's fine. Doom obviously lost the ability to disable passive.
Yes. They're gonna find him. They're gonna find him. They find him.
Yeah.
Oh! Nice cancellation.
I'm not sure... Like, he's obviously going for the Aghanims for the damage output and the ability to, like, dump it on the Weaver and say, Weaver, you're dead.
Right.
Whether that's actually a good item of choice, because he's basically going for a spell carry. And if you look over to Razor, I think Razor is actually the true carry for the team now.
And Razor is not that great of a carry.
Yeah, he's fine, I guess. If he doesn't get bursted down.
Yeah, and if he gets the link going.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I still agree with you.
Oh, the lift is going to go right under the tower here, and the Doom, didn't fly off. RP is going to come down. What a Mystic Flare and a Skewer, but it looks like they're going to be running now, because here comes G. G is linking it up, and he got it on Little. Centaur, the two-man group stomp. No, actually, it came from DK Phobos for blink forward. It's just a really chaotic fight, and looks like the Panda is the only person that dies.
Yeah, VP Polar came out ahead of this, and now YL was still here. He's gonna get the Doom. He gets the Doom, and he will run away. Clean sweep for this Illidan guy right here. Playing it smart. G wants to chase, but you cannot chase him.
Wow, he's chasing back into it. They still want a little bit more. Concussive Shot is going to hit you when he's up on the high ground. Well.
Oh, here comes a huge Ice Blast. Can he... No, he only connects on Go Black.
Yeah, there was time lapse on Weaver as well, so he was going to be fine. Yeah. So showing off a little bit of the initiation and the mobility of Polar. We talked about it with Stampede, the multiple blinks. Shame that the fact that they only even just got the Brewmaster.
Yeah.
They might get Sidoi here though. Here we go, the silence gonna come on. Mystic Flare, Sidoi straight up dead.
Nice.
Yeah, Goldblack's creating a ton of room.
And this also means DK Phobos now has enough gold to buy a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's huge. And
that changes things because the momentum shifts once again into VP Polar focus. The Brewmaster dies 2 times. Look at the Brewmaster, he's not doing great. He's 0-5-0.
Yeah, it's 0-5-0, but being an offlane Brewmaster, he's really just expected to basically be that utility player, not feed.
Ah, okay.
But he is feeding, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Blink Dagger opens up a lot of possibility for VP Polar now. Because instead of just using that Centaur as a counter initiator, he could now use the Blink to initiate with Who Stomp and then save his Stampede as a defensive tool. And we might see just that to go on the top lane here. Let's see if BZZ is quickly enough to blink away from this initiation. That will be coming his way. Maybe Yo will take it, but yeah, Yo, I was going to say maybe he still has a Shikuchi, but it looks like he has Shockwave for now.
Yeah. They're waiting for it. The Doom is the target that they want to take. They decided not to back out, just run away. There's a Bloodlust multicast, and this is a level 1 Bloodlust. Again, Ogre Magi that maxes Fire Blast and leaves Ignite in 1 point. Do you agree?
No. But I think the fact that this game he's picked for the Bloodlust.
Oh, wait, the counter dust. It's coming. GC, Jodum, Yo, everyone back the carry.
Yeah, they're looking for a ward over here, which is going to give them all the vision. They're going to see nobody. So, you can like, Little is so in danger right now, but he's not going to get seen.
He's getting lucky.
Also, I'm not sure what the Quelling Blade is for the Ogre Magi.
I mean, he punches hard. He will punch harder to the creeps.
I guess so.
he can eat
pretty
trees.
curious. If there's a profit in the game, I would say, all right, it's for the front.
I think at the beginning of the game he did this thing that Earthshaker did that was hiding behind the trees.
Okay.
But it's nowhere near as effective as with an Earthshaker, of course. But yeah, we'll see. Everyone is kind of gathering together towards that middle lane. The design is we will push, and to be fair, that mid tower, tier 1 tower for the Dire is pretty low. So if there's some kind of coordinated push, that will mean a secure tier 1. And they need that as well, because even though Virtus.Pro Polar is ahead in kills, the net worth is very even.
Yeah.
And getting those couple towers will secure their advantage.
I actually think that VP is Classic is doing a very good job kind of controlling this game, because given the state of the game, if VP Classic wins one fight, they could just go straight into the Roshan pit and easily take the Roshan. Actually, do they have the physical damage? Because Eye of the Storm does not hit Rosh.
No.
So without Eye of the Storm, they have a Doom that hits okay, especially when he doesn't have Alpha Wolf. Maybe not. Maybe VP is not that far.
I mean, they can kill Roshan, that's for sure, but it will not be a fast Roshan.
Yeah, it'll take quite a while.
The Bloodlust pops on DK Phobos. He's trying to hunt for someone. Nothing is found, so the Weaver is like, okay, as long as there's no one here, I'm just going to push this top tower. This top tower is at 90% HP right now. But Weaver doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, Weaver, despite having Lincolns and a backup from Ogre Magi, he's playing it very safe. And apart from, like, I will say 1 or 2 missed TP from Illidan, he's played fantastically. If you look at the net worth, he's keeping up with the Doom that's devouring creeps.
Yep.
So I think Illidan is doing an excellent job in terms of getting himself farm. He's also level 14 as well. And he's entering a territory where he's picking up damage items. And again, Bloodlust and Empower, he is going to be a beast to be reckoned with.
And actually, the funny thing right now is that the reason the Weaver is doing so well is because the kill distribution on VP Polar is so much better. Goblak has 5 kills, yeah, but then after that, the Weaver has 3. But meanwhile, it's 0 and 5 for the Brewmaster, 0 and 1 for the Doom. All the kills are going to G in VP Classic side.
And that's why he got the fast Aghanims.
Yeah.
I hope this fast Aghanims pays off. I think Ogre might die. You can see that Ogre is actually getting a ton of solo experience. And I think they need that, because you want your Bloodlust to be maxed. Again, you're picking him for the Bloodlust.
Yeah.
I think a patch ago, you would have just maxed Bloodlust by now, but obviously with a better multicast now, it's very good to actually max Fire Blast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just yawning a little bit. It's not because the match is boring. It's because my sleep schedule is still kind of screwed. G, again, farming that mid lane. Yo, getting next to it. Right now, we talked about Shukuchi. We talked about, what was the other spell that was good to steal?
RP, Stampede.
But what is your goal if you're Rubik in these fights? That's the question. What do you wait for the RP? Do you just steal a Stampede? Stampede was the other one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be much harder to steal Stampede, because generally you Stampede and then you blink and stomp, and everything just comes out so fast.
Right.
Your goal actually, instead of stealing all these ultimates, is to make sure that your telekinesis is on point. Because Magnus is going to blink in, and if you could telekinesis right before he RPs, or even better yet, after he RPs, you telekinesis and steal his RP, that's going to be absolutely crucial. So in order to play Rubik in this game, I think you make sure you have that lightning fast reflection on telekinesis.
Yep.
I'm actually also surprised that he doesn't have a value point into the no field.
Yeah.
Because all of it into telekinesis. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of initiation. Blink away from Scando, because, well, Scando has a defensive ward, and the smoke just got reviewed.
No, it's good. Now there's a sentry ward
ground hanging out.
just chilling. And Goblak is hiding in the trees. Of course, not feeling too sure, but not having a TP. He doesn't have a TP, but he does have a 4-staff, and that is kind of clutch right now, because you will need the extra mobility. And G is sucking damage from an illusion.
So we have Illidan having a Mithril Hammer.
Yes.
Is it going to be a Deso or a
I
Maelstrom?
want to mine the top tower.
Which one do you prefer in this case?
No breaking through the dire structures for now.
Neither one, but I will go for Deso.
You think you should go BKB then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Little is going to be the sacrificial.
It's fine.
I'm not sure if BKB really protects you though, because the Doom and the Aghanim Doom.
You still have the link.
I want to mine the top tower.
Okay.
I just think that if you're going to go for damage, or when you start going for damage, you kind of have to at least consider going for the Manta or going for the Butterfly, and going for the damage items that are actually agility items as well.
To take advantage of...
To get advantage of the power.
Yeah. I mean, normally I would say BKB Lincoln's the worst possible build you could go for because you're actually not hitting at all, but this game you actually can do it. It looks like we might see a little bit of fight on the mid lane.
No, it's not.
Okay. And the reason you can do it is because, again, bloodlust in power, so you could kind of delay your damage item a little bit. We'll see though. Normally when you go BKB, you pick up the Ogre Club for the health.
Yeah.
And
but we'll see. I don't think you will be going BKB. Knowing Illidan, I would be surprised, but I think he's going for Desolator.
That still's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, like if you don't know which one you should get in terms of Deso and Maelstrom on Weaver, you just get both.
Yeah.
Why not?
It works. He's definitely not going for a BKB, otherwise he would have bought the Ogre Club already. Oh no? Well,
he is going BKB.
He's going BKB?
And that's fine.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like better than the other two alternatives.
It also, Polar basically feels like a fighting time is coming up soon.
Yeah. And
that makes sense because BKB is already finished on the Razor, and they're looking to fight. It looks like BKB is also going to be finished on BZZ very soon. Yeah. Are we going to see triple BKB coming out from BKB?
Yeah, because if you look at Brewmaster,
he's also working on one.
Unless it's an Ag Scepter, but if it's an Ag Scepter, you want the Point Booster first, normally.
Yeah. Now, normally triple BKB, again, the game-losing item, we saw VP Classic go for yesterday and almost lost the game.
Yeah.
But I think this game is much more warranted, especially, like, once you pop your BKB, what is Go Black as well as Yo going to do? Or Little, excuse me.
Yeah,
they're
but
actually just useless.
It's not only that, it's like, as you say, it's a game-losing item, and they are losing.
Well,
right now, which is, when I say it's a game-losing item, it doesn't mean that you're going to lose the game for buying it. It's like, it's an item that you buy when you're losing the game. Yeah. It makes more sense when you're losing the game.
Actually, if you look at it, Centaur's not going to do anything when the BKBs are pop as well.
Yeah.
You're essentially nullifying everybody's damage output, and it's just kind of the Weaver against the world. And Weaver at this point does not do enough damage, so I think those BKBs need to do something, apart from just like sitting in your inventory. Like you need to take down a tier 2 or maybe even go high ground with it. So...
yeah, and the Centaur War Runner Pixelate Vanguard, that's going to be turned into a Crimson Guard, I guess.
Yep.
The Crimson Guard is really good against Brewmaster.
Yeah, they actually don't do any damage. Yeah, he already doesn't do any damage. Given the fact that he's playing Off-Lane Brood, he's not getting Aghanims, he's not getting, you know, AC or Vlad's.
Yeah, and you will pretty much nullify all of the right-click from everyone that's not the Razor. So it's a good item.
So it seems like both teams, because of the way that they're building their items, is building themselves into that if a fight breaks out, nobody kills each other.
Right.
Because Radiant can't kill Dire, because Dire has triple BKB. Dire can't really kill Radiant, given the fact that there's Stampede, Crimson Guard, etc., etc. So, you know, you were saying earlier that if these fights go long, VP Classic's going to have the edge.
Yes.
Thanks to their spells.
Yes. Are you getting to... okay.
No, I'm just like reminding the viewers.
No, yeah, absolutely. The interesting thing, though, is that because they're going for VKBs...
yeah, they don't do any of them damage themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if they are really strong at the beginning of the team fights.
Yeah.
As well. So it's just like, by using the VKBs, they are securing that the fights are going to go long, but when the fights are going to go long, they have an item that's completely useless in this inventory because it's on cooldown, and that might give the edge to VP Polar.
Yeah, it depends on how that start of fight is.
Exactly.
You have to kill the Weaver, because if there's a long team fight where Weaver is not dealt with, he will eventually chase down the entire team and kill everybody. Yeah. Even though he only has Lincoln's BKB. But again, it's hard to deal with a Weaver that has Lincoln's BKB. I don't know how to get initiated with it. Also, it's time for maybe Rubik to get a little bit farther.
If she goes Lincoln BKB Manta.
Well, if you get Doom, that's the end of it.
Yeah. Well, unless you get Stampeded or forced after away.
Yeah.
Oh, go black. Oh, that is a kill.
Yeah, it's just a Skyraft though. Are they gonna go into Roche?
And just to remind you, we're 30 minutes into the game, and it doesn't feel like it's 30 minutes because not many objectives have been accomplished at all.
Yeah, and not many kills, so maybe it does feel like it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty slow.
No, that's what I mean. It's just like the state of the game. If you just queue and don't look at the clock, you'll be like, oh, this is like a 12-minute game. But no, it's 30. The game is playing at a very deliberate pace. No one wants to take the risk of going for Roshan. You said very well, VP, not the fastest lineup to kill Roshan.
Uh-oh, here comes the initiation on G on top lane. Okay. No blink on Ogre. Stampede's going to be used? Is that the defensive one?
Yeah, no, it's for Yol.
Okay.
DK4 was encountered Yol, and Yol was trying to TK and run away. But aggressive Stampede secured the kill there. And here it goes back. It's just like this back and forth. Goblak died before, now Yol dies. It's all the same as before.
Yeah, top lane, you can see that Illidan is going on the Razor a little bit more. Maybe even going to force him to TP away? No. It's not to say that these players, these teams aren't trying to be aggressive. They've been smoke ganking each other. It's just they can't find anybody.
I have a theory I was thinking about yesterday. An equal trade always favors the losing team.
Yeah, of course, you get more gold. In this
even
current patch.
Okay.
And also, you are...
Let me rephrase. Getting the same amount of gold on both teams always favors the losing team.
Yeah, mathematically.
Mathematically.
That's how it works, yes.
Yeah, because the more gold you both have, if you maintain the difference, it's much less relevant to being 5,000 gold when your enemy is 10,000 gold than being 75,000 when the enemy is 80,000.
Instead of being doubled, you're just losing 40%-ish.
And the further the game goes, the more you need to trade favorably if you're the winning team to actually say that you're getting ahead.
Yeah, and that's why you're getting doubly screwed by a 6.8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, it's an interesting thought. So, Illidan, he went for a Demonage. So I'm guessing he's gonna go for... Is it worth going in MKB just because of the Panda?
You kind of have to, so you don't get drunken haste in the fight. I mean, crit's nice, but I don't think he really needs any more damage beyond this.
Oh, they found Yol again. Yol was trying to scout, put a ward. Not possible. Stampede to run away. These clean kills are what VP Polar need. And Illidan right now, look at that plus damage. 135 plus 291.
Oh, it helps
with the double damage.
It helps with the double damage.
Yeah.
So I think what VP Polar should be doing right now is actually just push the mid with 3 or 4 heroes and allow Weaver to split push top. But they're very satisfied with just farming, which I guess is okay as well.
Yeah. Slow game.
It's a very awkward game because we're approaching the 35-minute mark where there's only 18 kills, there's very little map objective, and there's no Roshan. Everybody... Oh, okay. So, like, what is everybody doing? It looks like we're going to see a big fight happening right now, but smoke breaks, they're going the wrong way, and everybody will disengage. While he actually wants to fight here, BKB's going to get activated for Saf, and he's going to TP out. Gets cancelled.
Now you just run away if you're VP Polar.
You just got a 10-second BKB for a... Never mind, the Weaver uses 10-second BKB as well. Looks like he got linked up for 56 damage. I'm not even sure how that's possible and how that even occurred. But great trade for VP Classic. If you were able to get a 10-second BKB out of Illidan.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get an Ogre Magi kill as well. But again, like, this shows again this thing is both of the teams, they only want to fight if they're going to sweep. And as soon as something goes unfavorably, they disengage.
Yeah,
they just
afraid.
disengage.
I don't think this game stay will happen for too long though, because Weaver is approaching to the point where there's enough damage to start forcing out Roshan. And that's where map objective and big fights will start to happen.
And now they stay away for avoiding the clap, and this Roshan is going to die very fast. Can VP Classic react in time? Sido is there, but he doesn't have Primal Split. There is a Doom on the Doom, but you have to go there, use the level there, and the Doom on the Weaver to actually make an impact. This is actually a huge victory for VP Polar. They're going to take the Aegis, and the Aegis goes to the Weaver.
Yeah, and now Illidan has enough gold to finish his MKB. This all lines up to be a very good timing to start going for a push. You pick up the MKB, you have the Aegis, and you just start sieging a tier 2.
Yeah, and now looking at the net, I'm really surprised. Like, even 5,000 XP is nothing 35 minutes into the game.
Right.
But 2,000 gold, almost less than 3,000 gold, this game is very, very even.
It's mostly the Weaver. Like, he's so far ahead now. He's 3,000 gold ahead of the Doom, who's devouring creeps, so...
Yeah.
Illidan, man, he's farming away.
Yeah, but this is interesting because this evenness,
unevenness?
No. This
equality?
virtue of both teams being very even is what makes them play very safely. Because in a game, if you're a pro player, you get a sense of how far ahead you are. And the closer you are, it's hard to determine whether you're ahead or behind.
Okay.
And I think both teams are feeling that they might not be as ahead as they would like to be, and they would rather not risk it.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't know. Like, for a second, imagine Doom has a completely different build. Like, imagine this is not a Blink, not a BKB Aghanims. Because all of that is fighting item, right?
Yeah.
He essentially built 3 fighting items.
To not fight.
He has 5 assists. That's it. That's all he has to his name. Imagine he has Battle Fury, Midas, AC. He'll be farming up a Storm. He'll be massively ahead of the net worth. So it's just, oftentimes in pro games, I see a very disconnect between the item you go for and the playstyle you end up like sitting at. Now, to be fair, maybe he wanted to fight. It's just the fights just is not coming.
Yeah. Oh, might they find BTZ? No, they run away. They want to go around. Illidan very aggressive there.
Yeah, he's kind of in the trees. Like, he could just get his Lincoln broken by some long-range spell and then get doomed. But he does have Aegis, so he's not really afraid of anything.
No. I mean, if he gets the Aegis pop here, the Doom pop here for an Aegis, it's still a good trade for the Weaver. And the Weaver is going to go and play super offensively. Now pops the BKB.
Wow!
Wow.
Okay.
That was some damage.
Yeah, I don't think he even needed BKB for that. And here comes the Doom's going to go right here on Yo, but RP's going to come out. RP's being stolen. Great job here by Yo so far. He lifts up. He's dead. Triple BKB gets used, though, so VP needs to get a little bit more than that because they need a... Oh, looks like they're going to get Gold Black.
Yeah.
I don't think getting Gold Black's enough either. They need to get a tier 2.
No, they can.
They can. Yeah.
Where's the eye of the storm? Is it popped?
No, it looks like it's going to...
Yeah, it's gonna wear out. Yeah.
But actually, they're not pushing. They're just defending.
Yeah, that's weird. Even if you look at the Scriff is a fight recap, but I'm looking at it.
Okay.
The gold exchange was pretty even. It was 400 to 300 in favor of VP Polar, and 1,000 to 1,200 experience. So essentially, that fight didn't change much in terms of gold.
And that's a victory. That's a victory for Polar because VP Classic used 3 backing bar.
Yeah.
They didn't remove the Aegis, and you killed a Magnus and you killed a Skywrath. That's nothing. You need to actually get some damage done. Roshan would have been a great target, except it's not alive anymore. So they need to get a tier 2, but instead they settle for a tower defense. To be fair, Rubik will have Magnus RP in the next fight, should they want to take that next fight. But I don't know. I feel like VP Classic is kind of farming themselves into oblivion. Also, I think the best thing that could have happened against the Weaver happened for Classic.
Illidan is going to find Seedoy. He sees Seedoy. He decides to go for it. He decides to go for it. He definitely goes for it. And Seedoy, nothing he can do. Now he sees VCC and he wants to pursue. He wants to change VCC as well. This might be a little bit too greedy.
He has the Aegis, and it's about time out, so you might as well use it.
Well, yeah, but I was...
Yeah. Doom is up, though, because that was a kind of a scary move. Illidan is just not afraid to go in. Like, he wants to fight. He's used his 3 BKB charge, which I don't think he needed to use any of them. But, you know, I guess he's wrecking so hard that...
I guess charges are made to be used.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
I mean, Aegis is made to be used, too. Maybe he could have just not used that BKB and used that Aegis.
But I think the Panda would have run away. Because those 5 seconds are enough for him to actually get the blink refresh, blink away, and be done with it. He wanted to secure the kill. He wanted
no, but what did BKB actually secure the kill with? He wasn't going to miss because he has MKB. He wasn't slowed by the Cloud because he has Sakuchi. So I don't even think he needed BKB at all. RP's being used right now. They're going to doom him up. They're going to get a kill. Oh, counter RP. They're going to... What a timing coming out from VP Classic. And they're going to just try to get themselves out of their Stampede already used. But with multiple blinks, they should be able to actually get him. The Storm Panda, no, it's going the wrong way. Scandal's going to blink away, and that's absolutely fine. Another 3 PKB charge down the drain.
Did you see how the Aegis popped just when they jumped on him?
They wrote the timing down, man.
I don't know. I saw them blinking on him, and his health started regening, and I'm like, oh no, that's not a regen rune. That's the Aegis popping 5 minutes after. Now you don't have an Aegis, you get jumped on, you get killed.
Again, though, 2 months ago, or not 2 months ago, 6 months ago, Bruno would have said, these kills don't matter.
Now they do.
They actually still don't, though. I mean, you got some gold in the Weaver, that's great. But I think an objective is the most important thing.
Yeah, and Doom is intent on not building any damage.
Yes. I guess a refresher orb is coming next.
I guess.
To complete this build.
And it's going to be the least intimidating right-click in Doom.
Yeah, but his job is not to right-click. His job is to kind of run into the middle fight and stick on as many people as possible. And it's actually really relevant that Shiva is part of the build because not only does it make him more tanky, which allows him to be in the center of the fight, which allows that Doom to not take down, right? Because now the new Doom with the Aghanims, it will always be on you if the Doom is next to you. Yeah. And secondly, when you're refreshing that Shivas, you're popping 2 AoE blasts. So this is actually a very, very sick carry build. You could carry a team deep late into the game with a magical build on Doom, provided you get 2 Dooms off, which is going to be the key. Like, there's a Lincoln Sphere flying around. There's Stampede.
Illidan finds Sidoi again. Wants to chase, wants to pursue.
He needs to be way earlier than this.
Sidoi doesn't have any mana. Yeah, no.
I don't know why he's BKBing, because what does BKB actually do?
I don't know.
Maybe it blocks a magical strike from MKB, but Sidoi? I'm not
Wait, no, it shouldn't. He's saying to block the true strike? The mini stun?
Not the mini stun, the proc gives you a magical damage, right?
Yeah, but it still procs the mini stun, so...
The mini stun is a magical stun as well, right? So it doesn't bash.
It procs on, I think it bashes on BKB.
Really?
I can check.
We could check. I don't think it does.
Please
Although
keep,
this is
keep
some
casting.
Dota 1 mechanics, and Dota 1 is no longer the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm very curious to see what Razor's going to get in terms of his item. I think Refresh Orb is a great choice. And looks like Go Black is dead. TP out. TP out is not going to be there. Go Black dropped a very deep ward before dying, but I think they could even basically scope out where the ward is. And yeah, VP,
no, it's a bash.
It's a true bash. It's a physical bash.
It's a physical bash.
Yeah. So BKB does not do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so waste of a BKB charge.
No, never mind. I'm stupid.
It's a magical bash.
It's
right?
a magical bash.
Okay.
Yeah.
So BKB does, in theory, block it. Oh,
Great.
RP is going to get used on top, and looks like this... Okay, a lot of misspells being used. It looks like they're going to get the kill, I think. G's going to walk on the high ground. The AC not protecting him enough. And let's see what VP Classic can do.
Pop the Crimson Guard! Pop the Crimson Guard!
Yeah, okay, there is a Crimson Guard. Maybe they're just baiting him out. Here comes a Doom. He gets 1 Doom off, and he only has 1 Doom.
Yeah.
And actually, they're going to get him dead, because this Doom is not... Well, slowing down at all. Looks like Illidan's going to try to fight himself out of there. He's not. Meanwhile, DK Phobos gets lifted. He gets clapped. He gets slowed down. He's going to try to TP out. Is there any way to cancel the TP? He does. Oh, a big mistake coming out from VP.
3 heroes hitting the center, and the center was like, yo, I'm out of here.
Easy TP.
Yeah, the Viewmaster gets a lot of gold out of these. Weaver loses a lot, but again, not a huge team fight going for VP. They need more than this.
Which one, the Polar or Classic?
The Classic, standard VP. They used a lot. They used 2 BKBs, they used Doom, they used everything. They got 2 kills out of it. They lost 2 people.
Right, but do you feel that they're getting, I want to say, to critical mass in terms of killing the Weaver? Because this is like the 2nd or 3rd time Weaver got picked off in a fight. I think the first couple of times you say, all right, you got the Weaver, that's cool, but he's still farming, so you need to do more. But he's kind of dying repeatedly now.
But that's when the Weaver says, okay, we cannot fight them.
So I'm going to go back to farming more?
I'm going to go back to split pushing while the rest of my team fights. Yeah. Because if you think about it, just having the Skywrath Mage and the Magnus, there's a lot of killing potential, even this late into the game. And you put the center with that and the Ogre Magi, there is a lot of killing potential if you get the jump. The Weaver can split push, can create space. Okay, you're gonna go and just doom the Weaver and do everything. The Magnus and everyone will actually push your lane really fast because Bloodlust and Empower make everyone a carry.
Yeah. Well, Skywrath don't care about Bloodlust or Empower. Yeah. But yeah, you know, in theory, Magnus will right click quite hard as well. But now it's gonna be Razor that picks up the Aegis. He's going what I believe to be a Hex, which is going to be another way to deal with that Weaver. I feel like Illidan, apart from playing a very good game so far, like, you know, being ahead in terms of net worth, yada yada, he's going to get shut down quite hard in the coming fights. He's already gotten shut down.
That's why I think he shouldn't fight. He should just split push, stay away from the team, send them a letter, I love you, I'll see you after the war, and just go.
So play Terrorblade style.
Yes.
Except not having the illusion to play Terrorblade style.
Well, you can buy Manta. Which you do, if you're gonna play the split push.
I guess so. I think maybe Maelstrom is Well, he already kills the creep wave so very quickly. I don't think you even need the lightning bounces.
But all 5 are together. They're in the jungle. They're waiting for it. They're farming the creeps. There's a smoke dire team incoming. Sidoi taking the edge, just going in the front of everyone, scouting, taking one for the team. He's not going to find anything because everyone is now rotating towards that middle lane. And now VP
they had a
Classic
ward there. I'm not sure if that ward saw the path. I don't think it did.
No, that ward is weird because it's not showing.
Yeah, that ward shows more towards the right side.
Right. So now they're trying to find this rotation from VP Polar is either really smart or accidental, but has allowed them to dodge VP Classic. And now VP Classic says, okay, there's no one in the jungle, we're going to take a tower. And remember, they still have G, which, although haven't been particularly useful in the sense because they haven't been pushing, this is what happens when he starts pushing.
Yeah, I would say he's very useful now, not just for the Eye of Storm. He's got the Hex finish. He's got AC. He's a tower-destroying machine, and you can't really stop him. And it looks like he's going to go for a trade. Ice Blast sending to mid lane. It's going to try to slow things down. It's going to hurt quite a bit here. Glyph is going to be used, and you cannot trade against a Razor that has an Aghanim that's breaking your high ground. Where the hell is Polar? They need to get back. They don't have really good wave clear. Here comes the tower. Okay. Is this the easiest racks? I think they're fully underestimating what the Razor can do. Range racks going down. BKB gets used. They want to go on G, and they will actually get G, but he's got Aegis, so I don't know about this. BKB's already ended.
Seems like such a bad decision.
RP being stolen. Here comes the Doom. He's looking for the Doom. It goes right on the Weaver. Weaver straight up dead. And meanwhile, there's RP being stolen on the background. I'm not sure if it's already used. Looks like it's already been used. No,
Ninja buys back and wants to chase. He's gonna take on God. No, he's running away, but everyone is so tanky. Look at that, and the 4 steps come right now. Jodom is probably going to die, but is that what he wants? You're also going to buy the dust. It's still not really good for VP Polar. Can they take G? This actually might make it good. I think he got it. One more hit, and wow.
The crits are real. The crits are real. It did force a buyback. I gotta say, that was, in my opinion, a mistake on the Razor using the Hex. Basically, they used the Hex and the Doom on the Weaver.
Yeah.
And you don't need to overlap the spells. And because we are at a late stage of the game, is there buyback available? There is no buyback, at least on the Razor, because he finished the Hex. This could go the other way.
Oh no.
A classic kind of buyback into a team that doesn't have buyback. This could be the game. Double buybacks are coming out from the Brewmaster as well.
There is no Doom. 43 seconds until a Doom, and this is a weakness of VP Classic lineup.
Here comes the initiation on Sidoi. He has to pop his BKB as well as his ultimate. They gotta focus. Oh, Crimson Guard's gonna get used. Nobody's doing any damage. And look at the Brewlings. They are just dying so very quickly. 6-3-3 trying to carry his team without them spells. DK Fobo gets lifted back. He's not going to get... Oh, no. In fact, he will get stunned in by the Kofi, but he's also very tanky thanks to Reaver. I'm not sure where was Illidan in that fight. He's now coming back in, and he's just killing everything. Oh, the True Strike's coming through. Look at Sidoi getting melted, but looks like Sidoi's going to be fine as well.
And they get the racks.
One more hit.
It regens.
He's giving respect to the Doom. He did not write down the Doom timer, and the Doom now will come back online. Okay,
VP Polar.
Why are they going back now? There is Razor coming back in 50 seconds. He's gonna... No, get away, Illidan! You don't have buyback.
It's fine. That was good.
That was too close. Yo, blinking forward. He's looking for the lift. Go Black does have 4 staff. And because of shot to slow down.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have 4 staff.
Oh, he's already in cooldown. Yeah. He needs to TP. Oh, he's a mana for TP. He's dead.
He just got... Yeah. Just take it far from your team. Take 1 for the team, Go Black. Say goodbye to Hollywood. Bye-bye, Skyrath Mage.
I think this game is so weird. Well, what do you think VP Classic should do now? Do you think they should siege again on the bottom and get that melee racks?
Yes.
Because I think they still push faster and better.
Yes. And the thing is that the problem... No, actually no. Because if they have another tier 2 down, they have to take another tier 2.
Oh, so they can't get 2 lanes of racks at once.
The problem right now is that, okay, they get these melee racks, and what then? They will not be able to get the throne fast. And they will go to another lane, and it's like, oh no, there's the protection because of they have to take the tier 2s. And the middle tier 2 is full health, and the top tier 2 is almost full health. So I think BP, they have to take 1 tier 2 tower before they can actually go for more.
Well, what about just getting the racks and then backing off?
You don't need a full 5-man for that.
Could get the range racks? Or the melee racks? I mean, they definitely need the Razor there, right?
Yeah. But it feels like committing a 5-man fight just to take a melee racks.
It's not worth the risk.
It's gonna be a bad trade-off for you.
Okay.
Because you essentially have one extra objective that you're focusing for while the enemy is focusing on your heroes in the correct order.
All right. Well, I'm inclined to agree, but it seems like VP Classic is thinking about taking the bottom racks. They're pushing out every lane, using the Ice Blast, sending it to the mid lane to make sure they get a little bit of push going on there as well. Yeah, they're thinking about pushing.
Ogre has the Aghanim Scepter. I don't know how long he's had it, but...
yeah, he's at it for the last 2 fights, I want to say.
Okay.
Yo has Stampede, by the way. Maybe that's the reason why they think we should take a fight, because that's kind of something that maybe...
Yo has been stealing really good spells all game.
He missed the RP seal last fight. Yeah. He got Shockwave instead, but, you know, can't be perfect.
No.
Here we go.
He got Mystic Flare at one point. He got 1 RP. He now has Stampede. And this is the thing, everyone. There's good wipe clear from VP Polar. And
is there a good way to deal with Razor? Because Razor could just walk up, turn on BKB, and turn on Eye of Storm.
That is why I think you don't need the 5-man.
Well, you know a fight's going to break out.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Stomp's going to come through, no BKB being activated, and Mystic Flare's going to come out. He activates his own BKB. He runs to the low ground. Nobody's focusing the racks. They're going to just disengage.
It's going to wait off the Crimson Guard.
Well,
I think it's fine.
Then his Eye of Storm will be over. The BKB's only going cooldown, so they have to wait 49 seconds for that. I think they're going to just give it up.
This is what I told you. They couldn't focus on the heroes because they had to focus on the racks.
Yeah.
Because they were focusing on the racks, VP Polar could just like be as aggressive as they wanted and attack the Razor, use the spells, do the damage, and suddenly VP are in this position, VP Classic are in this position where, well, we cannot push anymore. Maybe we just go and take the next Roshan. And the next Roshan is coming in 3 minutes.
Yeah, but how does Roshan actually benefit VP Classic? We talked about earlier in the draft, you know, Razor doesn't really carry Aegis as well as he did before. Sidoi, don't even think about having Aegis on him. Maybe Doom?
I think if you get an Aegis, you don't go for the rats, you just go for the fight. Like you go high ground and you start killing heroes.
Right.
Because then, I mean, that melee racks is not gonna help the enemy.
No.
It's just building that's there. And by fighting 6v5, they have a higher chance to actually end up in a favorable position where they will have people left over to take the racks.
Okay. Well, that 6 life better do a lot because I'm not seeing a lot of heroes that could take advantage of the Aegis very well. 6-3-3, I think BZZ needs to farm for that Aghanim, or not Aghanim, refresher. Because it seems like 1 Doom is not enough, especially with that Weaver buying back. I think the Stream A viewers is probably watching this game as well now.
Or maybe they're in the third game.
Yeah, maybe, because this game is going on for such a long time. But if they are, welcome to the better game, the Stream B game.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty even.
Yeah, what's happening here for the people that are people tuning in right now?
I don't know, I imagine they are.
Okay, I don't think they are. So. If you miss out what's happening here, this is a super slow game. It's only 38 kills in 53 minutes. But it's been 2 teams that have been really, really close for most of the time.
Yeah.
And they're just trying not to make mistakes. Finally, VP Polar, just because of virtues of the heroes of that Weaver being there.
Centaur blinked in, he wants, oh, what a, going to high ground, but is he going to get crit down? In fact, he will. RP's being used, but RP being stolen. Rubik is looking for RP, he counters RP. Are they going to go on Illidan? In fact, they will. Illidan's dying fast. He's got the buyback, imagine, he's coming right back in the 3rd RP of the fight. He's going to come out, G getting focused. G doesn't have that 2nd life. G is dead, 3 hero dead, no more Doom, no more RP for VP Classic, and this fight is completely won. I think you go Throne here.
Yeah, don't go for Roshan, please.
They have a double damage. They have a double damage. They could probably take that and then get the Roshan in like 2 seconds. I say that the fact that Weaver uses buyback, it's okay that, yeah, he drops his Yasha.
Yeah.
Somebody picks it back up.
And they just get the Aegis and go for
Throne? Or
no,
you
bottom lane.
The bottom is so pushed though. Look at what BZZ and Yo's do.
You have a DD. You can just like brute force it.
I think if you're gonna brute force anything, you brute force the Throne, right? That's what they're having. That's what they're gonna try.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Lincoln's gonna get broken. No, they're gonna go on top. Okay.
On top, yeah.
Creeps are in base. Makes sense.
And this Weaver does a lot of damage right now. If you look at that, it is.
Glyph is going to get forced out. Doom is coming off cooldown in about 30 seconds. Oh my god, the initiation gold block just blows somebody out of the sky. Buyback coming in from G, but you can see that Illidan on the front line, he's just driving everybody away. Meanwhile, Centaur working on the racks. Here comes the pipe and as well as the veil, scaring everybody away. I'm surprised that they're actually going back. Illidan should just be focusing on the rack. G, no more buyback. G is dead. Doom is next. Doom has Shivas.
Oh, nice.
No, what a skewer coming back. And I think that Doom is going to be dead as well. What a stun coming down. Yeah, everybody's straight up dying. And this Weaver, he is just doing way too much. I think he should focus on the racks now. Yeah, and in fact, he will. There's that range racks. Going down? Okay.
Okay, he is done actually.
And he gets
Doom.
He gets RP.
Oh,
I think he's dead. The third, the fourth, the fifth RP. There's so many RP. There's the Aegis. That finally came in handy. The multicast. The stuns are coming down. Looks like VP Polar just outlasted VP. That the team the team that's supposed to outlast a little bit better. Jottam gets multicast, and now it's the Joy's gonna go down as well. Illidan, this game, man, put his entire team on his back.
Amazing games from Illidan.
Yeah, what about Scandal on his multiple 2-3 man RPs? Yeah, he played really well. And of course, Go Black, the multiple pickoff early on.
Well, also credits to Joel.
Yeah, I think everybody played really well.
Yeah, this was a really good game, even though it was slow. Is this the kind of game that you like long, drawn out, lots of farming, very deliberate, careful play? Not really.
This particular one. I like the genre of those games, but this one was a little bit boring.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were farming, but it wasn't like if the VP got anything farmed.
Okay.
Because VP Classic doesn't have that Refresher Doom. If there was a Refresher Doom and it was a AA with a Hex, with supports are doing a lot, supports are kind of just dying to the Weaver.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, okay, just to wrap this up, one hero from each side. Or one player from each side that played particularly well.
I think on the losing side, you got to look at the Rubik. But the Rubik couldn't carry enough because sure, you could get an RP, but who's doing the damage in the RP? I think it has to be the Doom getting Refresher, and it looks like the Doom went for Basher at the end.
Yeah.
Which I guess is another backdoor way to get another stun.
Stun on the Weaver.
Yeah. G tried to carry his team with the Aghanims and then Hex with the AC in between, but that wasn't enough. I think it's hard to credit on the Radiant team, even though they won the game. If one person played well, I think everybody played well.
Yeah.
Go Black made a lot of ganks happen earlier. Illidan kept up his net worth against the Devoured Doom, which was very impressive. But I think both teams going into game 2 is like a lot to improve on.
Yeah.
Again, not a best of 3 series.
Not a best of 3. 3 best of 1s.
Best of one.
Not the same.